Man and His Symbols, written by Carl G. Jung, narrated by Matt Reichert. Introduction. John Freeman. The origins of this book are sufficiently unusual to be of interest, and they bear a direct relation to its contents and what it sets out to do. So let me tell you just how it came to be written. One day in the spring of 1959, the British Broadcasting Corporation invited me to interview for British television Dr. Carl Gustav Jung. The interview was to be done in depth. I knew little at that time about Jung and his work, and I at once went to make his acquaintance at his beautiful lakeside home near Zurich. That was the beginning of a friendship that meant a great deal to me, and, I hope, gave some pleasure to Jung in the last years of his life. The television interview has no further place in this story, except that it was accounted successful, and that this book is, by an odd combination of circumstances, an end product of that success. One man who saw Jung on the screen was Wolfgang Voges, managing director of Aldous Books. Voges had been keenly interested in the development of modern psychology since his childhood, when he lived near the Freuds in Vienna. And as he watched Jung talking about his life and work and ideas, Voges suddenly reflected what a pity it was that, while the general outline of Freud's work was well known to educated readers all over the Western world, Jung had never managed to break through to the general public and was always considered too difficult for popular reading. Voges, in fact, is the creator of Man and His Symbols. Having sensed from the TV screen that a warm, personal relation existed between Jung and myself, he asked me whether I would join him in trying to persuade Jung to set out some of his more important and basic ideas in language and at length that would be intelligible and interesting to non-specialist adult readers. I jumped at the idea and set off once more to Zurich, determined that I could convince Jung of the value and importance of such a work. Jung listened to me in his garden for 2 hours, almost without interruption, and then said no. He said it in the nicest possible way, but with great firmness. He had never in the past tried to popularize his work, and he wasn't sure that he could successfully do so now. Anyway, he was old and rather tired, and not keen to take on such...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?